Hello everyone. So I just got done finishing this video and I went to edit it and I realized that the footage is very blurry starting about the 1.5 minute mark because it is so smoky in this room. I can barely see. I left this room for about 30 minutes now. The window has been open, the door's open, and it's still smoky. So pardon the blurry video, but it's because it's smoky, not because I don't know how to focus. And smoky's good, right? That's what we come here for. That means I'm packed a good bowl. So enjoy the video, guys. What's going on, everybody? This is so smoky. This is Zach with Strictly Shisha, and I'm excited for today's review because it's on a flavor that I tested a while back and it was just released. Today I'm doing a review on Pure Tobacco's Maracuja or Maracuja, which is a passion fruit flavor. By the way, Pure, super underrated brand. I just started smoking them after a while and I forgot how amazing their blonde leaf tobacco is. Some of their flavors a little underwhelming, but their performance is out of this world. It smokes so well. Past 2 days I've been smoking this straight and just clouds are so epically huge. It's such a clean smoke. It's just awesome. I really enjoy smoking this right now. So let's get into this flavor. I got a sample probably a year ago, 6, 9, I don't even know, time is just a blur to me. I got a sample of Maracuja from Johnny at Pure a long time ago, tested it out, and I was waiting for the release. I didn't want to talk about a Pure flavor because they announce flavors, it takes them a long time to release it. I figured I'd talk about it when you guys can actually pick it up. So he sent me a 100-gram sample, tested it, thoroughly enjoyed it. At the time, it was one of the best passion fruit flavors I had ever smoked. Not many on the market to compare to, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. Now that I have the new one, I've actually smoked other passion fruit flavors, so I can tell you guys a little bit about them. So let's get into it. So the setup today, move clouds, is a V3 Shika Pen Pen. Love this little guy. Paired with a Golden Desert washable silicone hose. You guys saw the review on this. Good budget hose. Using a Goodfella V4 and a Kaloud Lotus Plus with 3 Cocourth cubes. As you guys can see, the performance is spectacular. Out of this world. Honestly, super underrated stuff. Pure smokes so well. I'm noticing on this newer batch though, the buzz is a little bit less than what I used to remember. Oddly enough, Pure used to give me a buzz. I know that's odd for a blonde leaf tobacco. I used to always get a buzz. Don't get a buzz anymore, but I like it. Super, super smooth. Pure has always been consistent over the years in terms of their cut and color. It's fantastic. It's perfectly chopped, golden brown deliciousness. If you look at this stuff, it's so perfect and they've kept consistent all these years. Pure's not a new brand. They've been out for a while, but no one talks about them, and I don't know why, because their single note flavors are usually pretty on point. They don't do mixes and stuff, but those single note flavors, they do a good job with them. So I purchased this released version of Maracuja from Hookah-Shisha.com to compare to the old version I got a while back. And they're pretty much identical. So we're just gonna focus on this newest version and compare to some other passion fruits on the market. They've also kept the packaging consistent with a can. I do wish they would switch over to plastic containers because that old can is gummed up and I can't get it open to show you guys a cut or anything, but it is pretty much identical, so take my word for it. So the smell on this released version is euphoric. It smells awesome. I mean, it smells so juicy. If you ever seen a passion fruit, you take a spoon and you take out that goopiness of the center. I could just picture that when I smell this. It's got the sour notes, it's got the sweet notes, it smells so accurate. Got a little bit of bubblegumness in here. Very, very good smell. Now the translation to the smoke is a little bit different. It's not as amazing as the smell, but if I was smoking this a year ago and I was reviewing this, I would have said it's the best passion fruit ever. Checked all the boxes for me. It had the sourness, had the sweetness. It was an enjoyable taste. It was awesome. But now that I've smoked a few other passion fruits, I have a little bit of different opinion. So the first one I want to compare to is the Strong Passion from Zomo. Now this is a dark leaf tobacco, so it is a little bit different, not exactly apples and apples, but let's talk about the flavor profile on this passion. This passion is a lot more sour, like that cheek puckering sourness, and that is what I gravitate towards. That is why I love passion fruits, because of the sourness. If you're not to compare the two, the pure was sour, but when you smoke this Zomo, it's even more sour, and I really love the profile on this Zomo a lot more than the pure. But I do think the amount of sourness in this Zomo is not as mass appealing. I personally love it. I love the profile of the Zomo more, but I think more of you will like the balance of the sourness and sweetness from the pure. There's also a trade-off from all the sourness. It's not as smooth in the smoke. You do get a little bit of a throat tickle because of that sourness. The pure is just so undeniably silky smooth with the taste. So a lot of you might like that, but I do like the flavor profile on the Zomo more. Now also, one advantage that the Zomo has over the pure tobacco is the Zomo Strongline is mixed with a menthol kick. So that does also help elevate the sourness and does smooth it out a little bit. And the pure does need a little bit of mint, in my opinion. Standalone, it's quite good. It does not smoke warm at all, but you do elevate that experience a little bit more when you do add some mint cooling in there. I have this with just a pinch of fresh mint today, and it's that perfect balance that I like. I did a 70-30 mix yesterday to test it out. It was a little bit too much mint. That fresh mint was overpowering. If you just do like 10% mint with the pure tobacco, it is a nice level. The Zomo is even stronger in that menthol. It is a strong, hard kicking menthol. If you overpack it, that menthol is overpowering. You cannot taste the passion fruit at all, and it's almost so cold where it's like burning your lungs. But if you pack it right, it is very, very cold and very, very sour. In addition, this is a dark leaf. It is a little bit harder to heat manage and get those robust, puffy, gigantic clouds. Pure is so easy to smoke. You can pack it just almost any way. I have it a normal pack right now, as you guys can see, and it is ripping. This has been about an hour now, and it's just amazing, amazing clouds and performance, and it's holding its flavor so far. It's not as clean of a smoke as this Zomo is. It's not as pure per se, but it's still really enjoyable. If you were not comparing the two, I think you'd really, really love this pure tobacco. But like I said, I love sour notes. For me, the Zomo profile is a lot more to my liking. So you guys have some options here between a dark leaf and a blonde leaf, something a little bit sweeter with a pure, something a little bit more sour with the Zomo. Both are winners in my book. I choose to smoke them both, but I'm really loving the performance on this pure, so I might pick the pure just because it's smoking so well. And although Zomo does smoke well, but it does take a little bit more effort to get it perfect. These clouds and this performance from the pure is just, it's blowing my mind how good it is. So I might sacrifice a little bit of flavor for this performance. Now to make your decision even harder, let's compare to one more passion fruit. This is passion fruit from Fakhamah. And if you guys remember, I did a quick blurb of Vadia at TPE telling me about his brand. I have not explored it that much. I did some testing of Fakhamah and I didn't like a lot of the flavors. I thought it was very, very traditional in the cut and the style of smoking. The flavors weren't very robust. It wasn't strong enough to my liking. But they have revamped it. I have not tried it, and I've heard the flavor profiles are a lot more robust now and a lot more in your face. They're making it more on the modern side. So maybe they've improved this even more, but I do have an older batch to tell you guys about it. So Fakhamah is in a plastic container, so I do love that compared to the tin that the pure comes in, or that 50-gram box that the Zomo comes in. Now from my memory, this flavor was a nice happy medium between the Zomo and the pure. It leaned more towards the pure side, but it just had a little bit more sourness in it. Very, very smooth smoking flavor, but it just didn't have the performance that the pure had. It didn't rip as great as the pure ripped. I think flavor profile wise, this was an excellent contender for a passion fruit. It mixed wonderfully when I mixed it with more higher performing brands, but just didn't have it for this particular version. But like I said, they revamped it, and I know AM Hookah Podcast is talking to him right now as I'm filming this video and talking about all the improvements that they made to the brand. So maybe tune into the show and see what improvements they made, because maybe the new version of this will really give these two a run for their money, and maybe it will come on top. I just haven't tried it yet to tell you. I can only tell you from my experience with the older version. Flavor profile was excellent. Awesome, awesome passion fruit. Just the performance wasn't at the level of these two. So maybe keep this one in mind too. Now, I want to say I'm so sorry if you sat through this video and you're even more confused than before, because now I'm confused. The more I smoke these, the more I think about them, the more I'm confused, because they're all three very, very good passion fruit flavors. I initially wanted to do a review on just the pure, but I said, why not? Let's get this a little confusing. Let's talk about some other ones. So, if you guys are confused, I am sorry. But, to sum it up, the pure Maracuja is an awesome flavor, excellent performance, nice balance of sour and sweet. Zomo is a dark leaf, hard-hitting buzz, super strong menthol, very, very sour passion fruit, awesome mixer. Mix that with some strong blue, mix that with strong melon, mix that with other flavors, and the sourness will calm down a little bit. It'll be a really nice, smooth smoke. So the Zomo is an awesome mixer. I think, like I said, the pure needs a little bit of mint, but still really enjoyable. And in terms of the Fakhamah, maybe check out the new stuff. If you've tried any of these three, please comment below. Please help me decide which is the best, because I'm undecided. I wish I had more friends to tell me what they think too, but I have you guys. So you guys comment below if you tried any of these three, what you think about them, what kind of profile you're looking from your passion fruit, because I know I love sour, but I don't want that throat hit, so I'm a little conflicted. But thank you guys always for watching. I sincerely appreciate you guys, and I will see you guys on the next review. Maybe another head-to-head battle. Maybe I have one planned. Who knows? Have a wonderful evening, guys. Bye.